Hello everyone, my name is Philios DM and welcome back to another video on Friends and Fable. This time I won't be doing a D&D session run by Franz, the AIDM. This time I'm actually going to show off the tools to make a world within Friends and Fables. Because you can play normally, but if you wanted to make worlds for others, Friends and Fables allows you to do it, and there's a pretty detailed kind of system to do it in. So, uh, this story, the story of this new world, I already made it a little bit. Well, I made the beginning. Is an old story that I kind of wrote along with some others in college when I used to work towards being a video game developer. The story in that one is round about I think when like the Large Hadron Collider was going to do its thing, and obviously there was a lot of things, thought behind it. There's a lot of worry, like would it cause black holes? Would it cause the end of the world and all that. As it was fine. Obviously, we're still here. But in my story, in the story that we figured out, was a portal opened up. And the portal opened up into another world where the fantastical races lived. So the elves, the dwarves, the dragonborns, even though I didn't know dragonborns were a thing then. And basically they came over, they shared their magic, we shared our technology, and the world blossomed and it grew. And this is basically that story put into a D&D world. Now, I've obviously D&Dified it because when we did do that, I didn't know D&D was a thing. I had played D&D, but it was the old kind of board game version where it was like in a box and it had like boards in it that you can just like turn upside down and all that, and it had like preset games. That was done by my mum. She was the one who read through the booklet whilst me and friends went along and played in that world. So I didn't know. I kind of didn't know D&D was a thing, but I kind of did. But this is that. This is now D&Dified. Alrighty. So as you can see here, it's a sci-fi campaign, and I've called it the New World. And it's here. Decades ago, fantasy races came to Earth after a calamity in theirs. This is the world now. So this is a big, sprawling kind of. It's Earth, but it's been changed, and I'm going to tell it in Earth. 'Cause although space travel has become a thing, and that has happened, I'm just going to set this in Earth, the old world. Well, new world, old world. Yeah, it's a new world. So I'm starting off now is where I'm going to set it, where I want it to start. Now, I'm going to set it in London because I'm English, so London's what I know. I'm not anywhere near London, but London's what I know. So I'm going to set it in London. I'll start between like New London, Neon London, because Neon seems to be what a lot of things are called for some reason. I think because everyone's neon. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to call this. So create an area. So the city of Neon London. Uh, a vast metropolis city where the richer you are, the higher in the tier. Higher in the tiered city you live. Fame and fortune is often sought here. Alrighty, and just let Friends and Fables AI do its thing when it creates that for me. Neon London. The city of Neon London, a vast metropolis city, where the richer you are, the higher in the tiered city you live. Fame and fortune is often sought here. Cool. It's found an image. It kind of works. Yeah. I'm just going to leave that there. No parent area. I could obviously do England, but I'm going to make this very kind of inside. That's inside. In kind of very contained. It's the better way of putting it. Right, so we've got Neon London. All right. Where does every your stereotypical D&D game start? Where does every single one start? In a tavern. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let's make a tavern in Neon London. Although, it would be a tavern, it would be a pub. Oh, it's a tavern in the game. Right. So there's a lot of pubs in London and in the UK with different names. I don't drink, so I don't frequent them. uh, so I'm gonna call this the. 'Cause I'm trying to think. What would be a good one? Conqueror's Arms, named after William the Conqueror. Let's do this. A tavern uh, in the lower tier of Neon London. The Conqueror's Arms sits in a secluded alley. Secluded? Secluded alley. Uh, sits in a secluded alley. Let's do that. Don't have to go too much detail. I will add more detail, but this is kind of the start. So, the Conqueror's Arms, a tavern in the lower tier of Neon London. The Conqueror's Arms sits in a secluded alley. Let's add another bit here. Tavern is known for its refusal to accept thugs into the bar. So thugs into the bar and acts as a safe haven to those who seek it. Those who seek it. Those who seek it. There we are. Alrighty, so a tavern in the lower tier of Neon London. The Conqueror's Arms sits in a secluded alley. The tavern is known for its refusal to accept thugs into the bar and acts as a safe haven for those who seek it. Alrighty, so starting here, Neon London. Start location. Okay, and submit. Okay, so what I'm going to do. So yeah, X coordinate should be between 100 and, so let's just set that to 25. And let's do that as like 150. Alright, so what we're going to do now is go to the map because I need to make Neon London bigger. So all you would do is you hit the pencil and then you can stretch it. On Neon London is going to be huge. Now obviously in this you can't set it kind of tiered to make it understand this is a tiered city. But I can adjust the size. I can put them in like an approximate area just for simplicity. Let's move that down there. And all right, there was no image for it, so I'll just gather one here. Kind of get an old timey tavern sort of thing. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So now let's get a tavern keeper for the Conqueror's Arms. So let's create an NPC. Let's go. So I can do this myself, but I will do generative AI. And let's do William. Could do William Windsor. Yeah, William Windsor. Why not? William Windsor. Tall human man. Owner of the Conqueror's Conqueror's Arms. Former soldier in the army for leaving to his family. Nice and easy. A little bit of backstory for the AI to kind of use. I do think this, for me personally, I know there's there's some hoo-ha about AI and using it in your games, but I think this is definitely a tool that you could use to kind of start it, like throw something at it, and then start that process and make it into your own thing. Obviously, you don't have to. That's absolutely fine. But this is kind of you can use it, but I'm just doing this now for people to use should they wish. So fighter, Northwood, former soldier, subclass, gunslinger, all day. Let's select an image. Let's do it by race, human. Obviously, this looks a little bit more fantastical, but that's fine. Uh, who speaks as a William to me? You're a little bit William. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so William Windsor, former central soldier turned tavern owner. William Windsor is a tall human man with rugged features from his time in the army. He carries himself with a sense of authority and confidence, always looking out for the well-being of those around him. William Windsor, known as Will to his friends, was a dedicated soldier in the army, serving with honour and valour. However, when his family faced troubled times, he made a difficult decision to leave the army and return home to help his loved ones. To support his family, he opened the Conqueror's Arms, a popular tavern in the town, where he serves as both the owner and protector of the establishment. So I'm going to change that, because it's not a popular tavern, it's a kind of a small tavern in the city of Neon, London. Alright. William was a kind-hearted, hard and protective individual, fiercely loyal to his family and friends. He is a natural leader, always willing to lend a helping hand and provide guidance to those in need. Despite his tough exterior from his military background, he has a gentle and passionate side shine through his interaction with others. So there we are. There's William. William Windsor. Okay. So we have our first NPC and we have our first kind of hero within Neon London. Let's say Neon London. So you've got obviously 10 Downing Street, Buckingham Palace. I'm probably gonna I'll put Buckingham Palace in because we'll probably still have a monarchy even then. So let's do this. Neon London. We want to do a new POI in London, and we call this Buckingham Palace. And we just call it Buckingham Palace in the city of London. Neon London. Say Buckingham Palace. Actually, I want to say Buckingham Palace is now run down. So it's like in the future, it's now run down. Uh, like people like we still have royalty, but then they're not important. Buckingham Palace, an old, an old, an old building where the kings, queens of England resided. Now, after many years left abandoned, it is full of gangs and people looking to uh for the gangs. Yeah, for the gang, for that. For the gangs. Let's see what this does with that. Abandoned Buckingham Palace. Once a grand residence of the kings and queens of England, the Buckingham Palace now lies in ruins and abandonment. And the grandeur of its past is now overshadowed by the presence of dangerous gangs who have taken over the premises. Abandoned Palace. It's not starting area. Also, parent area Neon London. It's not starting location. So submit. Right, so I'm just going to adjust this again. That should be doing that. So let's put that like 400. Why not? I'm just going to adjust it. So there we are. Abandoned Buckingham Palace. We have the Conqueror's Arms, which I believe I have set to be the starting location I have. Alright, so going on to here, let's go to a map. And Abandoned Buckingham Palace is right there. So that's fine. I actually want to move that more kind of central. That's fine. Okay. So we have it started. Obviously, I'd have to add a lot more to it to make it seem like a vast kind of city. All the characters, William Windsor. So I want to put in a kind of like sky races. So kind of where people can use combine tech with magic to make kind of these vehicles for the sky races. So let's do a new POI. Let's actually make this kind of in. This is a lower tier. This is a garage of some variety that does that, who makes things, but it's in the lower tier. It's near the tavern, the pub. So let's call this uh, Artificer's Garage. Uh, we've got a Silverstone for their contract. Yeah, Silverstone Garage. It's a building. The lower here. Services vehicles. Or services old vehicles, as well as building vehicles for use in the dangerous. I'll say sky races. That'll change for use in the dangerous sky races. Let's see what that comes up with. Silverstone Garage. Silverstone Garage is a building in the lower tier that services old vehicles as well as building vehicles for use in the dangerous sky races. Pretty much what I put. That's absolutely fine. Neon London, we found an image. It's not a garage, but that's Neon London. It's not a star. Right. Just going to put, because now I've got Silverstone Garage. Just gonna edit that. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. The eye icon. There we are. Silverstone Garage. I'm just gonna adjust that on the map to be near the cabin. So that's Silverstone Garage. Let's just move that down here to be kind of close to the tavern. Same square. I'll do. Alrighty. And last thing I'm going to do for this video is I'm going to make an NPC who runs Silverstone. So it's going to be a gnome, because of course it is. So, oh, Seline, Thistlebottom. Yeah, it's a gnomish name, I think. Seline Thistlebottom. Gnomish engineer who works in. It's actually the same as a gnomish artificer who works in the Silverstone garage. Uh, young for a gnome, but young for a gnome, little crazy, but knows their Magitech vehicles well. So, little crazy, that's fine. Seline Thistlebottom. Uh, Warlock artillerist, that's fine. Are they done? Yep. Fits. Okay. So, Celine is a young gnome with short, vibrant purple hair and bright green eyes that sparkle curiosity. Their skin is a warm shade of caramel, and they wear colourful, practical clothing adorned with various gadgets and tools. Seline Thistlebottom is a gifted gnomish artificer who works in the Silverstone garage, renowned for their Magitech vehicles. Despite their young age for gnomes, Celine's creations are revolutionary in the realm of artifice. Their mind buzzes for ideas and innovations, and their workshop is a chaotic yet organised mess of gears, metal scraps, and blueprints. That's cool. Uh, that doesn't look right. Can I change that? Because that's definitely not a gnome. Oh, it is a gnome. This doesn't look quite right. Give me a. There, perfect. That works better for it. Submit. Okay. And there we are. So this is the start of this creation of the new world. I will expand on this and release it eventually. I'll keep working on it. But I hope everyone enjoyed. I hope everyone kind of got an understanding of how Friends Fables works for creating a campaign. If you want to see more, please give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll absolutely do more and create the world with people. If you have suggestions as well for what I could put in it, please leave me a comment, and I'll implement them into the world. I will leave a link to my previous videos right now. It'll be in the top left corner, probably, if future videos decides it's there. And that's everything. So I hope everyone has a good rest of your day.